Hello, everyone. Welcome to celebrating SEL Day and International Women's Day. So we hope that you are able to join us throughout our day today to advocate for social and emotional learning in schools. My name is Lindsey Frank, and I am the president of the Coalition of Schools Educating Mindfully. And today we just have a lot of wonderful tools to share with you, practices to share with you in short moments. So each time we go live on the hour, every hour from now until 3 p.m. Central, and they'll be for 20 minutes, about that amount of time. And throughout that time, different board members will be joining us. And especially in honor of International Women's Day today, some of our amazing women leaders from our board will be sharing their stories and experiences in regards to mindfulness-based SEL. So as we advocate for social and emotional learning in schools, we know that SEL has such an incredible impact, both for our needs within social and emotional spaces, however, the impact that it has on academics. And so as an organization, we really advocate for this change. And if you want to find out more information about the Coalition of Schools Educating Mindfully, we've placed down here, feel free to give us a follow or visit our website at educatingmindfully.org. And as I start today, I'm going to give us a little bit of a background of how our day will go. I'll also give us a strategy and a special announcement at the end of our time here for our 20 minutes, as well as just a bit of background about social and emotional learning, specifically mindfulness-based social and emotional learning, which is a bit different from our SEL. And feel free, as you are coming in, put in our comments who's here, who's what. Yes, thanks for kicking off the morning. Thank you. All right. And so for our day today, as I said, every hour on the hour, we'll be having at 10 o'clock Central, we'll have Carrie Rohrbach sharing her time with us. At 11 o'clock, we have Mimi Felton. At 12 o'clock, we have Lori Seidel. At 1 o'clock, we have Athea Davis. At 2 o'clock, we have Denise Shira, and then I'll be closing us again at 3 o'clock p.m. Central. So with social and emotional learning, especially for those who are tuning in live, feel free to put in the chat, like, how are you integrating SEL and mindfulness within your classroom spaces? Or if you are a parent, maybe the impact that it's had on your child, or if you're another organization in connection with us, feel free at any time to put in the chat and let me know who's here with us. Let's see. Yes, an amazing lineup for sure. All right. So for SEL Day, you can share with that hashtag SEL Day. And for that, we have different pieces that organization has shared with us. And they started in 2020, especially with our pandemic and nurturing the mental health, well-being, and the progress that our children need to make. And we know that the impact that the pandemic has had, continues to have, and we can honor this time together to continue to propel this work. And so there are core areas that SEL Day has targeted for us to really first showcase SEL, promote SEL, advocate for SEL, and support SEL. And as an organization, for us here, for the Coalition of Schools Educating Mindfully, we really have a wonderful way of really wrapping our wings around our community. We have thousands of members. We have our community circles where we connect and do our own practices as we embody the skills so we can share those skills with our students. We have special events that connect with our communities. And we also find our ways of finding different resources to provide and create, and especially our mindfulness-based social and emotional learning micro-credential. It's the only one of its kind, and the instructors on that are absolutely amazing. And if you're interested in learning more about our micro-credential, feel free to visit. We've posted the link down below at educatingmindfully.org/credential. And also our special announcement I'm going to put in here and throughout our time, we've decided to put our micro-credential as a discounted rate so that more and more of us can do this work to be a part of this mission in changing schools. And so it will be for 10% off for the entire month of March. So if you are interested, or you know somebody who may be interested, or perhaps your building leaders can support you in that journey, please visit that website, reach out if you have any questions as well. So what is MBSEL, and how is that a bit different from our social and emotional learning? So MBSEL actually elevates every other competency within our social and emotional learning framework that CASEL has provided us. And so what really that is we're taking an inside out with really deep self-awareness and embodiment, and taking that practice and then coming from the outside in with the explicitly taught instruction that SEL allows us to experience. And we move from modeling and doing into that space of being. And so as we integrate MBSEL into our schools, we aren't just going through the motions, we aren't just teaching lessons, we are being, and our students embody that with us. And I brought a reminder that this is one of my favorite tools, is a mirror, right? Because with a mirror, our students, ourselves, our staffs, everybody, a mirror, that is the reflection of the nervous systems. And that's what's happening within our schools. And if we are dysregulated as educators and as leaders, our students become dysregulated too. It's just part of this natural reflection. And so what mindfulness-based SEL allows us to do is to realize where we are within ourselves, develop those skills within ourselves, and then reflect that back to our students, to our staff, to our families, to our community. And that's how we truly make bold change. And in honor of our International Women's Day as well, that's the theme, is boldness. And we need to be taking those bold steps within our lives, within education, so we can have that transformation. And welcome, I see some more viewers. Please feel free to put inside the comments who is here, where you're from, and how you're integrating SEL into your life, into your classroom, or even if you're a parent, how that impact has been on your child. Some other pieces that I wanted to share is about COSEM. And we really connect to our mission. We look at our mission every year and throughout the year, and we make sure, like, is this the work that we're doing? And how do we make that connect? And so I'd like to read this out loud and putting it into this space so that we can all resonate and connect together with it. Coalition of Schools Educating Mindfully, or COSEM, is an educator-led 501c3 grassroots nonprofit supporting school communities through learning experiences, communities of practice, mentors, and resources for mindfulness-based social and emotional learning, MBSEL. We empower education professionals to explore, personally practice, and create an inclusive culture of well-being in our schools through advocating and developing embodied, sustainable systems of care. By joining together as we integrate holistic approaches in education, we equip ourselves, our students, our communities with skills to heal and thrive and create a more equitable, mindful, and compassionate world. And so every decision we make as an organization connects to that mission together. And when we can be a part of that, then we really, as I said, take those bold actions to make the transformation within education. So we really are transforming education through mindfulness-based SEL. And also, welcome, more people are joining. Wonderful. Feel free to put in the chat, in the comments, who's here, maybe how you're integrating SEL or mindfulness-based SEL into your classroom or lives, or even that impact that it's had on your own child. And a little bit more about COSEM. So within our organization, we are really connected within our members. And we started in 2018. And our amazing founder is Tracy Heilers. And so you might see her name on either one of these corners here for the live stream. So she is our founder. She's not able to participate in our live stream today, but we are incredibly grateful for her dedication, her passion for the work that she's done to create this organization for what we do. We have different ways of being able to connect together, as I shared earlier. And I also want to give a highlight here. So if any of you are looking for a resource, COSEM created a book from all kinds of different backgrounds of professionals. We have classroom-based stories, we have district-based stories, different professionals, all stories within here on how you can implement mindfulness-based SEL and how you can get started. And although this book was published before the pandemic, everything within inside here is still applicable. And it actually is almost like it was forward thinking, that it was preparing the way for now in the classrooms that we have and our students and ourselves. So this is an incredible resource. You can find it at our website. I'll put that website down below here, as well as on Amazon. And the proceeds from these books, they go towards our membership and what we are able to provide for our members. So we also have a study guide for this. We have professional learning credit hours that are available for this as well. So take a look if this is something that may be interesting for you, or even if you have like your core ambassadors within your schools who are doing this work, maybe this is a field guide, as what several people have called it, a field guide for the work that you're doing. So that would be something that you might be interested in exploring as well. I have my different notes here because I want to make sure that I'm able to share with everybody. I want to also feature, there's a couple other pieces here that we, as I shared earlier about events, we have a special event coming up. And as an organization, doing this work, taking those bold actions for mindfulness-based SEL, we are able to connect with amazing partners. We are able to connect with other organizations. And so perhaps that's something that you might be interested in as well, and seeing different resources that you can be integrating into your schools. And so we actually have an amazing event coming up on March, I believe it's 26th. We could check on our website for that. But at the end of the March, Kira Willie will be hosting an event with us. And for our members, all of our events are free and a part of your membership. And so we want to give Kira a shout out because she's an amazing change maker in this work. She wrote the book, Breathe Like a Bear. So many of you may even have that in your classrooms. And so she will be partnering with us as an organization to share those different gifts and resources that you can be integrating into your classrooms. So I wanted to give her a shout out in this work as a change maker too. Welcome, I see more people coming in. As I shared, please feel free to put in the chat or comments who's here. I can see most chats. We're using a new platform that I can see kind of around where people are at, because we're streaming on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and on our Facebook group. And also at the end here, feel free to share with your networks. I do want to put here, as I mentioned about our lineup for today, as somebody had shared in the chat about the amazing lineup that is coming. If you want to learn more about our board members who are going to be a part of our time, you can always check them out at educatingmindfully.org/team. Not everybody will be here today, but we are highlighting especially our women leaders on International Women's Day here as well. So you can learn more about us, learn more about me there as well. So I believe that is what I wanted to share in regards to COSEM. But what I'd like to also share with you is a practice and also just like the impact here. So with COSEM, I began as a member and at the time a local chapter leader in 2019, and have really made amazing connections. COSEM is an amazing organization that really helps propel you. And I know I would not be here standing in front of you doing this live stream for the first time today if it wasn't for COSEM and the support that this organization brings. And from there, being able to take those, again, I'm going to continue with that bold step today, but those bold steps that we're taking to be in those leadership spaces. We are leaders in our classrooms every day. We are inspiring our children every day. And so from you, we get to continue to propel this work in the space of presence. And that is such an incredible gift to be able to give and to be all of that and together. So for our practice here within your classroom, one of the strategies that I really love to share is something that I created, and it's called the 5-step moment. And what the 5-step moment is it basically helps guide you to lead a mindfulness practice, especially if you're just starting off into the space within mindfulness, how you can lead a full practice with confidence and know that you have each of those parts present. And so you use your hand, and there are 5 steps to it. The first step is settle in. And what this would be is to invite whomever you're leading, whether your class, your staff, or even yourself, you're settling into the space. Maybe you're sitting back or sitting tall. Maybe your eyes are open or closed or looking nearby. We always want to provide options as a trauma-informed practice. Then you're going to check in with your body, breath, emotions, and thoughts. And that's one of my favorite things to do as well when we're defining mindfulness. And you can repeat back with me if you wish as well. Mindfulness means here and now with our body, breath, emotions, and thoughts, with curiosity and openness. So when we are going through the 5-step moment, you're checking in with your body, breath, emotions, and thoughts. Then the third step is your moment. And that is where you get to be the creator of that space. Maybe it's 3 collective breaths to just bring your class together as a community. Maybe it is intention setting. Maybe it is just taking a movement and allowing the body to move and being aware of that movement space. Anything else that would be helpful, even visualizing here and picturing in your mind what's next for the day. So then from our moment, we then move to that 4th step, which is to check out. You're checking back out with your body, breath, emotions, and thoughts. And as you're checking out, you're noticing, have there been any changes, even from that short moment? And then the last step, number 5, is to close out. You bring and welcome anybody who you're leading back. You're allowing people to maybe open their eyes if they were closed, moving the body just to bring presence back. So that is the 5-step moment. And if that is something that you want a script for, I will mention down below. You can follow me at any time, and you can send me a direct message, and I will send a script to you that could be a helpful tool before we engage in that practice. Let me check our comments here, and I see some more friends that are popping on. Welcome. Hi. It only says Facebook user on here. I can't tell who's there, but Facebook users, thank you. And again, we are on Facebook. We are on Twitter or X and LinkedIn. So those are our live stream platforms today. So thank you very much for joining in here. All right. So as we move into this practice, as I said, I'm starting with our 5-step moment as a resource that you can use in your classroom or your own life. So I'm going to invite our practice as we begin to close our first welcome session here. So begin to settle in, perhaps allowing yourself to either sit back, sit tall, maybe you're standing. If you're driving, maybe just moving your hand on to another part of the steering wheel, just however you can make a small adjustment to bring yourself present here. Perhaps you allow the eyes to close if that is safe and comfortable for you, or looking nearby. Fully coming into this space. Begin to settle in and check in with your body, breath, emotions, and thoughts. Just notice what's here. Perhaps you may notice if the body is wanting to be more on the left side or the right side. Perhaps you may notice any contact that the body may be making. Maybe you're noticing the breath, and maybe it's further down or up into the body. A texture, a rhythm, perhaps even your heart. Just noticing anything, thoughts that may be present. And for a moment, we will set an intention for the rest of our day today. And that intention in this work of what we do, we can open our hearts and setting that intention for bold action, bold change, bold transformation through social and emotional learning, through mindfulness and presence, through impact. And with this intention, think about and embody how you are a part of this and your heart. Feel where that can be. Perhaps breathe it into the heart space. Begin to check back in with the body, breath, emotions, and thoughts right now in this special moment, noticing any changes that may have happened, even something small and subtle. And then we'll take one more community breath in here for all the intentions we have, and exhaling them out into the world. And if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them, perhaps wiggling the body, bringing yourself back with a smile and gratitude for this work that we do. Thank you all so much for tuning in to our first live stream for today, for our short 20 minutes for each time. And again, let me just share our lineup as we continue. Our next connection will be Carrie. Then we'll have Mimi, Lori, Athea, then Denise, and then closing again with myself. You can see the lineup and the times on our website. Let me go ahead and put our website back here. And we look forward to this work that you are all doing. Thank you for all who you are, all that you do, and just thank you from the bottom and actually the center of my heart. And we hope to see you later today. Thanks, everybody. Connect with you soon.